Hey everyone, it's me Ryan here, and today we are going to take a look at this system over here. This is a 4th gen system that probably has not been cleaned since the time it was built. And I have sufficient evidence to tell you guys that as well. There's a lot of dust bunnies in this system and it's really disgusting. So today we're going to take a look at whether how much the dust really has affected performance. Then we're going to show you a few steps to clean out the system with just some basic household stuff or just small items that you can buy online. And then after that, we should see how much performance can we get back just by cleaning out this system, as it's horrible. If you're wondering about Windows OS though, I just did a fresh installation for this as well. This system didn't come with a hard drive, so I just bought SSD just to spruce it up a bit. So with that, just jump right in. Let's go.
So now we're gonna see the baseline scores of the computer before I clean out all the dust, so we can see how much cleaning the dust will affect performance. For a simple benchmark, we're just gonna run CSGO at 2-minute intervals and see what's our highest and minimum score at CSGO 1080p with bots, so that to make the variables very constant. We also have closed up all the side panels and placed the PC at the same position for the 2 times. We also recorded the minimum and maximum temperatures hardware monitor just to see whether we can see any more improvements by cleaning the computer out. For the results, you can see that the issue is relying in the CPU side, as the temperature got a maximum under a gaming load of 100 degrees. That will make it thermal throttle. As for the GPU, well, it didn't really thermal throttle. The cooler was sufficient still. Now for the tools you'll need to do this procedure. You'll need a screwdriver, thermal compound, of course. Make sure you have good ones, either Cryorig CP7 or some Noctua thermal compound. Thermal Grizzly is also good. I'll link these in the description down below. Wet wipes, preferably alcohol wipes. A small brush, an air compressor or canister. The canister, I will link it in the description down below. If you have a vacuum and has a reverse function and is strong enough, divert all the air through a small tube, then you may use that. So the first thing we're going to do is dust out the system. It is at least 3 years worth of dust over here, so if you're doing this, make sure you go out to an open area, as you don't really want to be dusting this into your house. Generally for this step, the tools you'll need is a vacuum cleaner or portable air canister, a small brush so you can brush out hard to reach dust that are permanently stuck. Just remember to have a screwdriver so that you can stop the fan blades from spinning whenever you are dusting out the fan, as you make the fan over rev itself and can damage the bearings or can create unnecessary voltage. They can damage components. So now for the second step. You can still do this outside so where there's good lighting, and then take a semi-dry cloth, which is just a bit damp, or if you say you have a bit of alcohol, you can put on the cloth, just cleaning alcohol. Then you can just wipe it along dusty surfaces of the casing, at the top of the casing, back, side panels, and then just clean up the fan blades also. All this will help a lot in terms of getting the system to look nicer. Though generally with the air compressor or vacuum, that step really clears out most of the dust, but those fine particles that are still stuck there, you may want just to use the cloth. This step can be skipped depending on whether you want to detail your PC. Now for the last step, which is repasting of thermal compound. If let's say your system has been sitting around for about 2 to 3 years already, generally it's a good idea to do this, either for your CPU and GPU at the same time. This happens as the thermal compound dries up after multiple heat cycles, so this is what you have to watch out for, which can degrade thermal performance. The things you need for this step is a screwdriver, preferably those type of tear apart kits. I will link those in the description down below, where it gives you a whole bunch of bits. A magnetic parts tray. This one, if you don't have one, maybe it's not necessary, but you can get it from Daiso, so for that's $2. Some thermal compound is needed here, along with those type of wet wipes that you can get from those type of Chinese restaurants or random restaurants. Preferably, if you want a better one, you can go get those from the hospital where it is, which has alcohol inside, which would make cleaning the thermal compound a lot easier. But do note, doing this step, if you say your video card has warranty still, do not do this, as it will void the warranty as you'll be breaking the warranty seal. For the GPU, just remove 4 screws. Depending on your GPU manufacturer, you might want to look at tear apart guides, or you can just wing it. It's about 4 screws with spring mechanisms, and once you remove those, basically the card itself becomes detached from the cooler. Just remember not to pull out the fan plug. You gotta unplug it yourself, if not you can damage it. For CPU wise, if you have an Intel platform, there should be locks. They just turn the arrow so that the arrow is pointing towards the heatsink. Then just pull out all the tabs. You could just either get another Intel heatsink, or you can repaste it and clear out the hard to reach dust in this heatsink first. Now after to reset the pins, you need to turn them to the right and pull up. So this will reset the pins, so you can reattach the Intel heatsink directly to your motherboard again to cool the CPU. But just remember to put in thermal compound first and clean off the old thermal compound properly. Just be careful when you're doing the GPU that you're touching the die, so just be a bit more gentle and not to chip the die. As you chip the die, you may kill the GPU. So now for benchmarks, I'm going to show you guys the performance improvements we got after cleaning out the system. Well, actually our results are quite good. As you can see, there's a few degrees improvements in terms of changing the thermal compound for the GPU. And for the CPU side, well, it's still a bit in the 91 degrees range where it's a bit toasty, but it's not overheating anymore, which is great.
So overall, this video project was quite a success, I would say, because this system here was, well, we resurrected it from the past. Basically, we cleared out all the dust and it works quite well now, along with a brand new SSD that makes it quite usable in 2020. So yes, clearing the dust and cleaning the thermal compound, though it is a bit of a small hassle, it will put a huge difference to your system if, let's say, you really neglected it for a long time. But it doesn't mean so that like cleaning a system every day would give you performances difference every single day. It's just like maybe once a year or 2 times a year, depending on your environment. If your environment is really dusty, then you might want to clean it more often. But it's not really dusty, then you don't really need to do so. If your PC has already like dust filters that actually work, and then you just need to clean those. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.